Hi, I'm John DeVore. Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to answer a question that I get a lot in the comments, and that is, what is the meaning of all of the multicolored Post-its on the record collection? I'm standing in front of the rock and pop section of the record collection, so this is actually, the camera is actually 180 degrees from the direction that it is normally facing. Normally it's facing the couch, and behind the listening couch is jazz records. These are the shelves that are behind the speakers in the listening room. So it's literally it's a 180 view from what is normally on the channel. I thought that would be more fun for everyone, since this is not just me sitting on the couch again. So let's get into it. So the oldest Post-its that I have on here are the yellow ones. The yellow ones started going on the records before I had any color coding to the system. So if we just pull a yellow one out here, this is Donny Hathaway, Everything is Everything. And my guess is that this yellow is on here so that I come back to it and listen to it some more and learn more about it. The yellow Post-its could have meant something interesting. Get back to it. Don't let it get lost in the abyss of the record collection. Another possibility, and that I believe is the same thing for this one. This is Space Monkey 7 versus Gorillas. This one I was very curious about because of the monkey themes, and it has some cool stuff on it, but I didn't really get that deep into it. So yellow Post-it, get back to it, check it out, and maybe someday I will. They could also mean great sounding, or they could also mean favorite version of that record, because in some cases I do have multiple versions of these records. If we get into the color coding, then those things kind of start to break out. The color coding for interesting, something that at first listen I liked a lot, but I want to spend a little bit more time with, that is blue. So we look at a blue record. This one is Hive Mind by The Internet. This is something that I'm going to return to. This also has A1, so that means the first song, first side, first track was something that interested me. Often, if I hear a band that I've never heard of on the radio and I really like that album, I'll research it a little bit, make sure that the album sounds good, and then I'll buy the record. But I will then mark which track was the one that caught my attention, just so that I can kind of get back into that mindset when I get back to the record. So that's what the blue ones are. The pink ones, which you're going to see quite a few of, pink ones are ones that, regardless of the other colors, they sound good. You know, maybe potential demo material or something that I know in particular sounds better, far better than the average record. So let's look at what we have for a pink. Here we have a Lightning Hopkins. This is a Smithsonian Folkways record, and it has a blue on it as well. So sometimes not only does it sound good, but it's cool. Like Lightning Hopkins. Not only does it sound good, it's cool. Another pink might simply just be because it's a MoFi. This is James Gang Rides Again, and it's a MoFi. So not necessarily automatically get a pink, but generally they'll automatically get a pink. Audiophile reissues, things like that, oftentimes I will just label a pink without necessarily critically listening to it and giving it a judgment. Because generally they are really good sounding. Another possibility for a pink, this is Lahaves. I'm a big fan of hers. This is her most recent record, and all of her records are amazing sounding. And a lot of times what I'll do, if it's a record that I maybe bring into a hi-fi show, and I know that I'm going to need to find some killer tracks without having to skip around, then I will write my favorite demo tracks on the Post-it. The next color would be green. Green records are mono. and will sound best when played with a mono cartridge. So here's a Hendrix mono. Are you experienced? This is a recent reissue. Not an original. Original Hendrix, are you experienced? Those are pricey. I don't have a lot of records that are like that. Here's an example. Green, mono, pink, MoFi. Great sounding record. And I really do, even if it's an inexpensive mono cartridge, having a true mono cartridge with a generator that is designed for a mono groove really does make a difference. And I'm not talking about having to have some crazy expensive one, but I have found in every case that playing a mono record back with a mono cartridge is a huge improvement. Other greens. Here's a green. Little Aretha Franklin. That's a green. I was out of the paper post-it, so there's one of the little flags, but same idea. The last color that you'll find on these records is violet, like purple. And that is, actually there aren't going to be many of them on this wall. They represent super minimalist or even ambient music. And I actually did just spot one. There's one right here. And these are more likely going to be found on my electronica wall, which is over there, or even the classical wall where there's some contemporary classical, like super minimalist, ambient style classical. But this is Parallel Lines, White Fur Black Cathedral, which gets 3 colors. This gets purple ambient, this gets pink, great sounding, and this gets blue, interesting, and I like it. So I'm going to leave this one out, and I'm going to play this one after the end of this video. So it's a quickie. I hope this helps out. I've been only in and out really briefly this week because of the crazy blizzards, and my son is on vacation from school. So I will see you at the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and bye.